Hello, everybody, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK for tonight's exciting adventure of the Rhódania Chronicles. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Oh, it is wonderful to be back. We missed you last Monday when we unfortunately had to cancel last minute, but sometimes in the real world we need to take the benefits of a long rest, and that is what we have done. So we are rejuvenated, revitalized, and ready for today's chaos. So let's get the boring-ass introductions out of the way so we can get straight into the session. So, first things first. Are the chat commands gonna work today? Yes, they are, eventually. Please use that link in the chat right there to do two things. Number one, support our wonderful friends over at QuestJunkiesUK, the channel that made QuestJunkiesUK possible, where they tell lots of wonderful, wonderful stories, which I am privileged to be part of. And that link will also take you to the site that they are affiliated with, Sirenscape, the audio platform which allows you to add lots of music and sound effects and ambiances to your games like we do every single week. They have a fantastic extensive library, and you can sign up and get a free trial to be a Super Siren subscriber and have all of that stuff at the palm of your hands. With just a click of a mouse, you can transport yourself into a intricately complex and wonderful forest, or in previous case for this campaign, a sultry whorehouse filled with lots of naughty noises in the corners and stuff. You know, they cater for everything. Like, they've got kid-friendly stuff on there too, probably. I don't know. We're not kid-friendly, so I don't know. But yes, please go ahead and check them out. It will enhance your games. We would also like to extend a massive thank you to the ever wonderful, ever perfect Aviv Orr, who designed these wonderful little faces that you can see on the screen right now. Look at these little faces. They're so wonderful. Aviv does all our character art for our campaigns and just is an overall wonderful soul. So please go and give Aviv some love. If you need some incredible art doing, then please keep an eye out for when Aviv has commissions at the ready. It is well worth it, especially, like, I think she should charge more, personally, for her incredible work. She's very fairly priced. We also have a community Discord where you can join us and be amongst the first to learn about our upcoming announcements. We have some announcements coming soon, actually, which I may or may not have teased to some of the players, which they've seen projects that are coming up later this year that we haven't officially announced, but keep your eye on the Discord because you might see them sooner than you think. But lots of really exciting stuff. You also, in the Discord, get the chance to, if we are ever recruiting players for upcoming things, which we will be soon because things are in motion, the Discord is the place to be. You can throw your name in the hat and you might be at the table. So what better excuse to join the community there? And what else do we have? Well, we have one of the best things. We have merchandise. I don't have... This is Dimension 20 merchandise that I don't have on, but we would normally be using this time to promote fantastic merch. Do we have a Wild Brew shirt there that I can see from one of you? I think... there's a tiny little... There we go! Feronia's Wild Brew t-shirt! Yes! It's just one of the many different designs that we have on sale. There's lots. I have an addiction to designing merch, so there's, like, most weeks there's at least one piece of new merch, so, you know, go and check it out. If you're a subscriber to the Twitch channel and you connect your Twitch channel to the merch store site, you get discounts on everything in the store, so, you know, even better. The Discord is where... Oh, yes, you can also, if you pop into the Discord, you can see there is a message. I will probably post it again. I didn't know if I was supposed to publicly talk about this yet, but I will guess from that comment, yes, I am going to be interviewed on the Geek Peak podcast, Season 2, from the very wonderful Oren Cohen. Please go and check Oren out. Such a wonderful soul, and gives very thorough and fantastic interviews with just really, like, insightful questions and interviews people like Brendan Lee Mulligan and Brie Irongar, and now me. So that's, oh boy, that's terrifying and amazing all at the same time. It's a very complex emotion. So thank you for giving me that, Oren. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. But you can submit questions in there if there's something you want to know about the way I do stuff, or some sneaky lore drops about Rhódania or the Wildmount campaign or anything else that we've done, the Demethren 5. That is going to be the time and the place to do it. So yes, thank you for mentioning that, Oren. I didn't know if I was supposed to talk about that publicly yet, so that is great. Yeah, no pressure. Or what he's snacking. Well, tonight I actually have, because this was the campaign that was started by an argument over a muffin, I have muffins for my snack tonight. So it's like a homecoming of sorts. But yes, we can't wait. Can't wait to do that. It's so exciting, so nerve-wracking, but we did say, didn't we, that 2023 was going to be the year shit gets done, and it's really, really looking that way. So I'm very excited. Let's have a look what else. We also recently just hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, which is amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Did you?
Yeah, we finally hit 1,000. So, like, yay. I should probably post more content on there.
Well, now you can go live there, too.
That is true, I can. So I'm going to figure out what I want to do with that, because I've had a few ideas. But yeah, like, this is really fun. Thanks, everyone who followed on TikTok. Okay, moving on. We also have recently partnered up with our friends over at Tabletop Dominion. Now the question is, do you need new dice? There's two answers, either yes or yes, because there is no such thing as not having too many sets of dice. So, if you head over to our dear friends at Tabletop Dominion with that link there, tabletopdominion.com/QuestJunkiesUK, and use the code QuestJunkiesUK at checkout, you get 10% off your entire order. No matter how many dice you buy, you get 10% off. And believe me, there are some fantastic sets on there. There's a few that I have my eyes on in particular. I have a new character coming up in a campaign next month that I'll be playing in, and I've found the perfect dice for that character on Tabletop Dominion. So, there you go. Something to consider. We also have a YouTube channel where our VODs are posted pretty regularly. So if you can't stay for the whole session tonight, or you need to catch up on previous sessions, they're all on the YouTube channel. You can binge them. You know, we run for like 2 to 3 hours, so it's not the most excessive viewing. It's just not bad. Some episodes are longer, depending on what's going on, depending on how many people are dying and stuff. You know, sometimes you got to take a bit longer. That face. But yes, we have all the stuff that we've done in the past, the one-shots, the Demethren 5 mini-campaign that recently finished, which was like, you know, what if QuestJunkiesUK did the Calamity sessions? Kind of. And yeah, I mean, we were all miserable at the end of it in the most beautiful way, so I think we understood the assignment. But it's all there for you to go and check out. And do I have anything? I think that might be it. So with that out of the way, let's meet our wonderful players. So, my dear friends, good to see you after a couple of weeks. Let's get right back into it. So, starting with tell us who you are playing, and give us one random interesting fact about your character.
Hello, I am Mai, aka Myra the Pirate. I'm playing Rhódania, our Circle of Stars Feelies Druid. And the random, I think it's interesting fact is, during Rhódania's time alone in the forest, you know, amongst her little like furry friends and whatnot, she may not have been making muffins, but she did spend a fair time making biscuits. And her favorite type of biscuit to make, because sometimes the brew would have adverse effects, were ginger biscuits.
Amazing. I love ginger biscuits. Genuinely adore ginger biscuits. So I'm good with that.
Or I was going to say fig rolls, but ginger biscuits.
I approve. Thank you so much. Moving on. Pat.
Hello, I am Patrick, aka Patton. Sometimes I draw art, but on Monday nights I play Conor McGinnis, Earth Genasi, Rune Fighter, and my interesting fact for this week is Connor's favorite candy is Pop Rocks.
Of course. I think we've heard that before, but yeah.
No. I think it's been Rocky Road.
You said you like rock candy, like the.
That's what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, it's technically
not rock.
The same. So okay, I will allow this.
Yeah, you're the fucking continuity police. Jesus.
I'm the DM. I have to be. It's part of the job description.
The VODs.
That is true.
Look, no one breaks my continuity more than me, so don't worry about it. All right, moving on. Bridget.
Hello, my name is Bridget. I play the Shatterkai monk, Way of the Long Death, Lady of Nouns Strike. And her random fact is, while there isn't a move that's named after a kick, if she did have a special kicking move, she'd call it Cutting Loose, Footloose.
Hell yeah. Oh, now I want to put that on this. Now I want to put that on Soundscape, but we'll get copyright strike. God damn it. Oh, we can sing it. We can get away with singing it without the music, so yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Good.
I'm sure you could get the bad recorder version of it.
Yeah, I could. Maybe. I've got some ideas. All right, and last but never least, Wyatt.
Hey there, friends. I am Wyatt. I'm the Moonkeep. I play Reese. Not his real name, but Reese. Fun fact of Reese is where he grows up, there is a legend about a black fox. And you should never hunt them. That is all I'm going to say.
I'm very extremely curious. All right. I like it. Simple, to the point. Massive tease. Just what I like. Thank you so much. And I am Patch, your ever humble dungeon master, and I play everyone else. And a random interesting fact. Well, give me an NPC to do a random interesting fact about. Whoever you want.
Cheesy feet.
No.
Cheesy.
No.
Frank's dad.
Frike's dad. Okay. Interesting. Okay, random fact about Frike's dad. What to say without giving too much away? To say that Frike's dad is the ruler of an establishment would be putting it very lightly. Nice and cryptic.
You say he has a whorehouse?
I mean, there could potentially be some whorehouses involved, but think on grander scales, and that's as much as I will divulge.
A whore mansion.
Christ's daddy is a mafia.
A whore empire.
A
whorepire.
Wyatt said it. If Frank's dad is like an Italian mobster, I will be so pissed.
You come to me on the day of my... Oh no, wait, you are my daughter. You're not getting married. What is this shit? You come in here, you're telling me you're gonna cut loose, foot loose? What is that shit?
Not to the sparkly geode.
Well, here's the thing. He's made of stone.
Oh dear. Okay. So, with that out of the way, let's just do a brief recap of where we were the last time we were in Rhódania. After leaving the city of Berthy, investigating the mysterious appearance of many statues, very lifelike statues that seemed to be positioned as if they were running towards the city from the Forest of Thorns, which was one of the paths ahead that they could take on their journey towards Zundinag, Connell's home city. The group traversed the Forest of Thorns, following this line of statues almost, through this horrific storm, this terrible rain and thunderstorm that had blown in overnight, and remained there pretty much for the whole day. Eventually the group came across an area underground almost that resembled a catacomb of sort. I can never say that word right. Catacomb. You say catacomb, I say catacomb. That's nah. Yeah. And as they stealthily entered and looked around, inside they found a massive room filled with large statues, much bigger than the ones they'd seen previously, all stood to attention like the terracotta army in the real world. And at the center, the spirit of a long-dead queen. Vengeful. Remorselessness. Is that a word? Remorselessness? I don't know. Remorseless. She lunged out to attack the party, as the original intention was that the army of large statues were merely just going to attempt to grapple the group. And then Mai gave me a brilliant idea on a spur-of-the-moment reaction where she said, "Are they the fucking weeping angels?" And, little inside glimpse, my head, all I thought was, well, they are now. Which did underpower them a little bit compared to what they were, but I think it made it much better for the encounter. So thank you for that. That was truly a gift.
I need to learn to shut my mouth sometimes.
I mean, in fairness, they didn't really get to do much, because every time we got to the lair action, I rolled shit, so they didn't do anything. So, yeah, it is what it is. So they did battle with this spirit and were able to deal some pretty severe damage and take some damage of their own. And while Rhys looked for an alternate method of solution for this encounter, unfortunately, things escalated as the spirit was reduced to 1 hit point and saw no other alternative, but turned this problem into a problemtunity as the opportunity came to take possession of a new body. And that body was Connell. The shield of the Wyld Ones turned into a sword against the people he's supposed to protect. And so the group did battle with Connell. And it was very back and forth. They roughed him up real good. But that's not how the tale came to an end, as Rhys managed to, with the aid of Rhódania before she turned into a sea cucumber / giant catfish for reasons, they were able to find her remains, the remains which had not been properly consecrated and buried. The reason for her anger and her vengeance. And with the assistance of the goddess of the moon at his side, Rhys committed the remains of the queen and released her spirit to the world beyond. And with this, the statues along the path to Berthy, I'm not reading the chat. All the statues on the path to Berthy the enchantment was broken and the people that had been petrified returned to life once more. Battered, beaten up, broken, but still together, the Wyld Ones made their way back to Berthy for a more restful night's sleep. And we rejoin our friends the following morning as they wake up in the copper pot, the copper mug, sorry. And as you look outside, the storm has passed and it is a clear sky. There is not a single cloud in the sky today. Perfect weather for travel. So one by one, you all reconvene in the breakfast area, have some breakfast. It's about maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. Pretty much a full day ahead of you. And the day is yours, my friends.
Do you ever wonder why they call this the copper mug? I never got a backstory.
Could be that it's cheap as fuck.
Mhm.
But in a
I was
good way.
gonna-
You know how, like, cheap and cheerful.
By that logic, you could call it almost anything.
I assumed it was because
Copper
like
fork.
all of the stuff was rusted to look like copper.
I personally like copper.
Here, then have this. And I like slide the one like copper over.
Yes! Money!
Add 1 penny to your inventory.
I am one copper in it.
And the final boss fight, that penny is going to come super important.
Your DM will remember this.
I'm gonna make myself a pot of mild brew. Please, would you like a cup?
I'll have one.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do that weird stuff, is it?
No, you've had this before. Remember, this is the stuff that when you have it, it has a little bit of a different flavor. Depending on who's drinking it, really.
Oh yeah, that's
What
right.
about the mild stuff with a shot of the weird stuff?
Oh my god!
Whoa,
I could do that for you if you want, Frank. I'll give you one.
whoa. We should
I'll
probably
give it a
wait.
shot.
We should probably wait till we're in the forest. Goddammit, we're in the middle of a city.
But it'll get cold by then.
Do you
Would they
remember
have a
last
copper
time what
travel
happened?
mug?
Well, the thing is, my travel mug just only has coffee, and I don't know why it isn't running out. So
Oh.
every time I
We
pull
could
it
add a
out, it just
shot
ends
in
up
there.
being in there. It's really annoying.
Maybe your coffee cup's broken.
You've
no.
given me faulty merchandise here.
Our coffee cup.
I didn't
It's
give you
broken.
any faulty merchandise.
You gave me this mug, and all it does is keep fucking coffee in it.
First of all, it's a flask. Second of all, because it was charmed to never end.
What? But what if I get sick of coffee? Like, I'm already getting the shakes as it is whenever I have it.
Then you
Why?
might.
Why didn't you tell me this?
I did tell it to you.
No, you fucking didn't.
I did. Here's how the conversation went. I said, hey, do you want something? You're like, yeah, a flask would be cool. I'm like, okay, cool. What if it's an unending flask? Or
No,
something
you
like that?
didn't. You didn't
I
say
told
that.
you
No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
I did.
Did you change what the liquid is?
You could probably go get it unenchanted, pour it out, and then get it re-enchanted, but I don't know anyone who's that.
Did anyone like some coffee then? How about
Yeah.
some coffee with a shot of brew in it?
I'll have some.
Again,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of a city. Last time we did that in a city, we killed a lot of people.
We can call
I'll
it
wait
a
till I'm outside to drink
Wildachino.
it.
We killed no one, sir.
This is a Wendy's. Sorry.
We saved lots of people.
I can't watch. I can't watch.
In all fairness, I did almost die, so
Yeah, me too.
yeah, okay, fine. We'll wait until a little bit out. I mean, I'm sure it'll stay hot in my flask. Every time I have, it's almost burnt me. So, and the wild brew doesn't really get warm or anything. It just stays the same.
Sounds good to me.
Mm.
I'll take a mild one.
You'll take a mild one, okay?
Yeah.
I just kind of scowl at Reese, like, would you like a mild one, sir?
I already said yes.
Fine then.
Fine. Do you want food?
Yes, please.
Connell leans over to Frank and is just like, hey, it's a cat fight.
Yeah.
I will go get everyone food.
Get me some good food then.
I'm going to give Rhódania one less sausage link.
Then I don't like sausages.
There was no bacon for you.
I'm gonna give Rhódania extra bacon.
Yay. Sorry, I'm feeling a little bit unhinged tonight.
Same.
It's method acting.
So, guys, what do you think about the town? Do you think a lot of like the people that were lost in forest returned, or do you think there's people still out there?
I mean, I imagine there's probably parts of people out there because there was quite a few broken ones, wasn't there?
Hmm.
Whoa. Yeah, there's probably just unthought.
Appendages.
Do we want to go a different way?
Mm. Well, I mean, we're on the way. Is it Zundanarg we're on the way to, aye?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we need to decide how we're going to get there. Which way?
Well, we could go directly, and that's through the Forest of Thorns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we
I
could
guess.
go around the...
I'm totally gonna butcher it. It's not the honeywood. It's
Honeybuckle?
Huckle
Wait,
branch.
it's where I'm from. Huckleberry. Huckleberry. Been a while since I've been there. I forget things. Too much brew.
Bucklebridge? Honeybush? What?
Honeysuckle?
We could go through the other one, the
Just
Huckleberry.
Baronia Forest. We'll just call it that. There you go.
Hey, Frank, could you do us a favor and look at your map for us?
Oh, yeah. Here, let's pan over to the left.
A resident cartographer.
Feronia, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Sucks. You're such a bitch. Wait, my fig rolls are in the way.
Why did I organize my dice?
because you threw them everywhere.
I know. It's now they're in different sacks for each different type. Oh god, what is my Oh, okay, 13.
13. Okay. Thank you.
I can hate you.
Oh.
This brain is becoming addled from all the
I'm
wild.
sure this shouldn't be my roll of wisdom saving through now.
No, you don't need
What's
to
your
roll.
modifier?
Oh, let's check. What is my modifier? I haven't sheet for this. That'll be for another time.
So
I think my
do we wanna go-
wisdom was low for me.
Oh, do we want to go past Feronia's home, or do we want to go directly to Zundanarg?
Well, I mean, I know personally there might be a couple of things I might want to pick up, but I've also realized that I might have left the door open.
Well, I mean,
Everything's gone.
Did you leave a fire burning?
the
No,
stove is
because
still
I-
on.
Well, I kept it off because like the last time I did that, I kind of like burnt myself a wee bit. So I got a couple of bulb patches, I think. At least that's what I think it is. But no, I was out picking berries and shit when I bumped into you. Or rather, when I overheard you guys yelling in the forest. So, I definitely left the door open, I think. But we could do whatever.
I mean, I've been kind of ignorant to the fact just to get back as soon as possible through the thorn forest. We could swing by your place. I didn't realize you were that close.
A wee bit close.
Nostalgic.
I'm more so not nostalgic. I'm kind of a little worried in case the foxes have fucked my house up. But yeah, I could pick up some
Those
extra
foxes
socks or
are
something.
wild.
What?
Those wild mounting foxes sure like to raid people's houses. That's what I've heard.
Oh, you said it.
Ooh.
Mounting.
Shade.
Yeah,
Oh,
they might have taken my lucky trombone.
Oh no.
okay, so we're going through the Hucklebranch Forest. Huckleberry.
Humbrad.
Frank,
Bumble.
what's it called?
The Humblewood.
It is called Huckle Branch, but I want to keep calling it the wrong name on purpose.
But we're going through the wrong name forest. Cool.
If you fancy.
Bumble
then-
Snatch.
Bumble snatch. That sounds like some kind of infection, Frank. You should get that checked out.
It's fine. Just have some brew. It'll make you feel a little better.
It's that SpongeBob joke. The hash slinging, mash ringing, flash.
Connell's gonna stand up from the table and he's gonna like approach the barkeep and he's gonna say, "Morning. We're gonna be making our way through the Hucklebranch Forest on the way to Zinarg. Is there any particular dangers in that area?"
So the person that turns around is not the same barkeep from the last few nights, as it is their night off. You see this.
They deserve it.
You see this sort of. I wouldn't quite say elderly figure, but past middle age. Human male, clean shaven face, short white hair. The same sort of half moon spectacles as the previous barkeep. This is her father, who works on her days off. Like, morning. The Hucklefuck? What's it called? I don't remember.
Hucklefuck.
Knuckle fries.
Knuckle fuck. What?
Hucklefuck.
Is that
The
one
monkey
up?
fuck.
Yeah, the one up north, right? Yeah, the one that it takes you to Marinwind. Yeah. I mean, I've been there a few times. It's not been particularly dangerous. I mean, any road's dangerous. You know, all manner of folk traveling these lands these years. It could be,
Knuckle fuck.
you know, anything really. I mean, yeah, I think it's probably all right. I mean, I hope you're not going too far to the east. There's word that some shit's going down on the other continent, and I'm not really quite sure what's going on, but yeah, it should be fine.
Famous last words. Should be fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, so the forest is relatively okay to get through.
Well, last I did, yeah, it was fine.
Connell's going to lean a bit closer, and he's our little friend's afraid of some foxes causing havoc. You haven't heard of anything like that lately?
Me roll a history check.
Just wankers.
They're just winkers.
I mean, most of the forest around here are foxes. Like, I haven't personally had any trouble with them, but yeah, I mean, Oh, is that what they call Huckle Fox? Huckle. Maybe Fox isn't. I don't know. Yeah. No, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, sure. Like, I'm asking about foxes, but like, and I point to like Race and Frona. They're people animals, so there has to be like a people fox. That's what I'm insinuating here.
Who in the right mind would be able to follow that line of thinking?
Well, I lost track of what you were saying. What?
Maybe I'll be able to understand it after that shot of Wild and the Mild.
Wild in the mild. I love it. Well, I mean, hypothetically, if we were looking on a probability sort of scale, then even if the odds were 1,000,000 to 1, there's still a chance, I suppose. So maybe.
Ronia's
Okay,
gonna
this
walk
has
up
been
to the
insightful.
bar. By the way, did your daughter happen to give you the bottle I gave her to give to you?
There's just a quiet, cold stare as his eyes just close a bit more.
I did tell her not to drink it. It's meant to let it age until you're dead. Like, don't drink it. Did you drink it?
I have work to do. And he turns round and starts cleaning the bar.
Don't know if I believe him. I'm assuming he has drunk it.
You can make an insight check if you want.
Okay. That'll be 15.
At 15, from his immediate change in demeanour and coldness that appeared out of nowhere, I think it's safe to say that he might have drunk it, and it might not have been a nice experience.
Ew. I'm just gonna leave a little baggie of my mild brew on the counter for him and saying, "This might help a bit. There you go."
Please take that with you.
It's nice stuff. Trust me. It won't do anything. In fact, it'll help you.
I don't need to make an insight check on you, love. Take it with you.
Right, suit
What's an
yourself.
insight check?
Shush. You're not in this conversation anymore.
I'm still at the bar.
I'm just gonna push it over to Connell and say, "There you go. He doesn't want my bag. I'm gonna go over with the others." I'm just kind of like just sulk away. Try being nice.
You're missing out on a business opportunity, buddy. That's all I'm gonna say. And Connell walks back to the table with Frona.
You just leave the tea bag, the bag of tea leaves on the side.
Oh, he's taking them with him.
As
You take it, okay.
as you walk back to the group, you do hear him mutter from behind. You really think I'd trust anybody that gave me a drink that turned my ears into different appendages that shall not be spoken? And starts grumbling to himself.
I could just imagine him
Not gonna
having booby ears, like space buns.
Oh, they weren't boobs.
They willies. The JJs. Oh my god, they're buttholes, weren't they?
Ah, butthole ears.
Full cheeks. The full cheeks.
Oh, his ears farted? That's the worst.
Yeah, see, I thought dick ears.
Oh dear. And now, for those of you at home, see the contrast between the two campaigns that we run. Oh, I'm
Check
sure
that
that.
wild out. You talk about butthole ears. That'll get in the face.
So, the day is yours.
Do we need to get any supplies before we head into forest?
I think I've got everything.
Yeah.
Looking at
good.
my 3 gold, I'm like,
I don't have anything. I don't have enough to buy anything else, so we're just.
Oh,
Hey,
how much do you need?
Oh, I don't need anything. We have stuff. Maybe we can find something on the forest. In the forest.
Bit of foraging is always something good. Here, just in case, and Connell's gonna hand you over 30 gold.
Oh, good. I have enough for gift for Gab now.
I'm
How's
rich.
everyone else
Yeah.
holding up? Does anybody else need some money?
I mean, if you're offering it,
Do you need it?
I don't know. I mean, I was given the brown coin thing by Reese earlier.
No, well, I mean, I give the money to Reese so he can get himself some supplies for the adventure. Do you need money for that same thing?
Goodbye. Maybe like a bedroll or like. Oh, bedroll sounds yummy. I don't know.
Have you got
What do we? What?
Haven't you got a sleeping bag already?
It might be a bit tattered. I don't know.
Uh,
I mean, I've got a rolly up piece of cloth beddy buys thing, but I've never really needed to use it.
Connell's going to throw you a tenner.
Gold.
Copper.
precisely 1 silver.
Electrum.
10 gold.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we getting on our way out?
Any supplies you guys think would help?
Healing potions?
I think you got some last time, didn't you?
Who has the
Who's keeping inventory?
We don't have any. I
don't
got
have
healer's
any.
kits.
I got this
I got healer's kits
sparkly
and-
thing. That's what I got last time.
Don't
Yeah,
have the-
we got healer's kits last time. I don't think we got healing potions.
Okay.
Each of us?
I mean, how much is a
There's some money.
healing potion?
Basic healing potion's 50 gold.
Hmm.
I could get 1.
I could get 3.
I'm not saying how many I can get.
Why?
No reason. I mean, I can maybe get 1 now because I was given 40 gold. But the rest of the money, rainy day.
We're going through the less
Fair
dangerous one, right? Less dangerous forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going through Los Angeles forest. That's right.
Yep. Might be coyotes, but should be fine.
Ow.
I think we'll be fine. Plus, Frank, this is, if I remember right, this is we're heading towards the. Oh no, never mind. Wait, where's the town that we got muffins? Isn't it on the way to?
Yeah.
See. Wait, where did you get the muffins from?
From one of the
Wasn't it
towns.
Marinwind?
It wasn't Marinwind. No, Was it Marin Winds?
It was.
I'm pretty sure
the
it
place
was.
It was a place before Mirrenwind.
I don't see any places before Maryland.
I have a map. Hang on. Where is my maps?
Inland?
Hang on. No, not that folder. I have too many maps. Assailant.
Right. Assailant.
Yeah, you went to Stalmer's Baked Goods.
That's right. The guy was weird.
Sailing for the assailants.
And Stalmer went to Merrinwind for the Honey Harvest Festival. So, do with that information what you will.
Oh, please tell me he's okay. Okay. Well, we could stop on our way through. We could stop and get more muffins because they were pretty good,
Mm.
and then get over to
Yeah.
Maryland, and then go up to Zundanarg. How much time do we have, Connell?
How much time do we have, Patch?
About 3 weeks, give or take.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks, give or take.
Can I roll a check to see? Because I would actually probably do that disadvantage because I have no clue what the distance is, how long it would take us to travel.
Yeah,
You
go
know
for
that to get to Zindanarg?
Sure.
Should I do a disadvantage? Because I don't think I would know.
Well, Connell definitely knows. So, if Connell helps you, then it could be a straight roll. Because you'll know half
Yeah.
the journey, and then Connell would know like the other half of the journey. So,
Whether or not it's a straight roll or at disadvantage, that's a nat 1. So
Oh.
oh.
Do you not have inspiration?
Anywhere
no.
Okay, so
anywhere between 3 minutes and 500 years.
Accurate.
you're trying to figure out in your mind, but your mind keeps drifting back to that strawberry muffin that you never got to eat. The one that got away. That's where all the trouble started in your life. When that muffin got nicked.
Kna.
What?
You're looking into like the air with much disdain.
All right. Let's go get muffins.
Just like gonna pick up my stuff and go.
Okay.
Do that.
So you all gather your things. Are you going to grab any potions on your way out?
I'll grab
Sure, we
one
should grab a
healing.
couple.
Okay.
Yeah, Connell's gonna grab one as well.
I'll
So,
grab 2, one for Reese as well.
okay. So that's a total of 200 gold. So feel free to make a notes of that, and you are able to grab 4 potions altogether and distribute them however you wish. So you gather your supplies and you head to the northern gate of the city. It's not quite lunchtime yet at this point. It's getting close, but you've got most of the day ahead of you to begin this travel. So, to clarify
I will
for
get
you,
us lunch.
Hmm?
Right before we head out, I'll just get us lunch.
okay, cool.
I'm just like, smamitches, we're going to Subfay.
You
Oh, yes,
so you-
please.
you follow the signs, and when you get there, you see that it's still being constructed, and there's a sign saying "Opening soon." Subfay.
Oh, I thought it had opened already.
I think there's a
What-
branch in Roshan's Rise, but that was kind of like the demo house.
Was it? Oh,
I know, I just heard some crazy guy talking about wanting to make sandwiches. for a living. I'm about open face sandwiches as well.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna buy you all hot dogs.
They're not made of dogs, are they?
No, they're not made of dogs. They're made of the asses of pigs.
Oh.
What a journey that face was. Okay, so you pick up some pig's asses and have a spot of lunch, and then round about lunchtime, you begin your travel. So, for the benefit of your guys' knowledge, just to clarify, you want to head north through the Hucklefuck Forest, or whatever you want to call it, and you want to go to Assailant to pick up some muffins, and then head back through the Hucklebranch Forest to Zundenag.
We check on my house on the way.
Yep.
Do you not mean Merrimwood?
No,
I don't have that on my map.
So Merrimwind is
Assailant's one.
Assailant is the other way. That is where the muffin place is.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. So if I don't know what that was. If so, just for your guys' perspective, if you did that in a round trip and only spent like one night in Assailant, one night in Merrimwind, then you could get to Zundenag, all being well, in just over 2 weeks. So, plenty of time. It's doable. I just want to be clear on the journey that you want to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Go
Okay.
for it, pal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 15 days expected.
Okay.
So, to begin things off, day 1 of travel. Who would like to make the first roll?
What
I
are
will.
we rolling?
Okay. Fronia, roll me a d20.
I'm going to choose a different d20. I'm going to use my sparkly and shit one.
Hey.
I like to use some inspiration.
If you want. I mean, you don't know what's a good roll and what's a bad roll, so...
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's keep 4.
You want to keep the 4?
Raise
Okay.
the chaos.
All right, roll me a d100.
Fuck me sideways. D100. Okay, let's choose a color.
Red.
Red.
Red, and another one.
Red. Yeah.
I only have one red.
Gold.
Purple, dark purple. There you go. 51.
51, middle of the road. Okay. Let me just have a quick read here.
Oh no.
Okay, interesting. So, you
Oh, shit.
get off to a good start of your journey. The sun's in the sky, there's still no clouds, it's a beautiful day. You enter into the Hucklebranch Forest and yeah, it's a lovely day to be walking through the forest. You look up in the trees and you can see like the little porky gliders going from tree to tree and various different squirrels and rabbits and things. It's a little forest bustling with life, and for the first time in a little while, Rhódania, you feel really at home because this is your home, or at least it has been as of late. You travel on for a few hours. It's getting closer to sunset. And Fronia, make me a perception check.
Timothy dice. Oh, that was definitely better. So that'll be a 23.
A 23.
I like the Timothy dice.
Amazing. Oh, and we just got a gifted sub from Pixie.
Ah.
Amazing. Do you want to nominate a spin of the wheel? You can also say no, because I know people like to say no, because it can get a bit much sometimes. But if you'd like a spin of the wheel to happen, just nominate one of the players in the chat, and we'll get to that. So, with a 23 perception, you realise that the particular area of the forest that you're in at the moment, you've been before. And you remember being here before and finding a chest that you couldn't open, and you hid it somewhere. And you look around and you see this large tree with a particular claw mark, part of your signature.
Mm.
And below, in the ground somewhere, is a chest that you hid years ago.
Just gonna scramble about into it. I'm gonna try and pull it out of the ground if that's possible. I'm guessing it was dug away. Did you say?
Yeah, you sort of buried it in the ground underneath the tree, marked the tree so you'd know where it was.
Yeah, I'll just try and pull it out. As best I
Okay.
can.
Make me a what do you call this? Make me a dexterity check.
Guidance.
Oh, you get a D4.
Thank you. So dexterity, you said, yeah?
Yes, dexterity plus a D4.
So it's 18. Where's my D4s? I'm only being organised. 19.
19, pretty good. You're the one that buried this chest, so it doesn't take you long to dig it back out, and it looks pretty much the same as when you left it. A bit more worn. Still intact, still locked.
I don't think there's any point in me attempting to try to open it again. I could do. What have I got that might help? I'm gonna give it a go and maybe see if I've learnt something on on the road. Maybe I've been able to somehow open it.
Okay. Make me a... What would this be? Because you're not a rogue. Make me another dexterity check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So you begin.
I'd say I've used one of my swords or something to try and open it.
Wait, you have swords?
I've got
Yeah,
well, not swords, but I've got a scimitar.
You've got
So
I thought you had a sickle. And I say a sickle
scimitar and a
is
sickle.
I'll say a sickle is not something you could. I mean, I'd love to see it, but
Hold on, Frone has weapons?
yeah.
I have a scimitar and a sickle. I've used the scimitar once this whole campaign.
Rhódania is the weapon.
Yeah.
She's got
Yeah,
claws.
she used her claws or a magical board armor.
I hear lots of beeping tonight. What's that from?
Yeah, what is that?
Go
Yeah,
Power Rangers!
That's my text message alert. Sorry about that, guys.
Wow.
You're
That
good.
is definitely an
I think
alert.
that's impossible.
What's the sitch?
What's the sitch? Okay.
It's not Kim Possible, okay?
So, with the weapon of your choosing, you're able to jimmy the lock, and you finally... The lid flies open. Dust. You wait a moment or two. The dust settles, and inside, you see... nothing.
Ah, fuck me sideways. I thought there'd be something decent in here. It was heavy enough. I'm just gonna give it a wee kick and then just kind of just sulk next to it. Dump myself down.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Oh, fuck me.
15.
What? 19 for some reason?
What?
14?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's
19?
not right.
Have you got a max?
I think it's because of the shield, maybe.
Let me take a look at that. That's... Because I need
Yeah,
to keep
that's
that
with
in
the
mind
shield.
if you do.
Hmm.
That's a hell of a thing. Wow.
The shield gives me, but I don't understand where the 19 perception
Let me
passive's coming
look.
from.
That is
If I take
interesting.
off the
Hang on.
shield.
Yeah, the shield gives you
it's from the
advantage.
The shield's also
perception
giving me a
checks.
+5 to my passive.
Oh wow.
It shouldn't.
Uh,
How does that work? That's very strange.
Is it Sentinel Shield?
It's Sentinel
It
Shield.
is
It
Sentinel
gives
Shield.
you advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks. It doesn't say anything about bumping up your passive that high.
Is his
unless it's
was your wisdom reset?
it's
Yeah.
the same, I think.
Okay. We'll go with it for now, but I'm pretty sure that's incorrect. So I'll figure that out of session, but
I have a 15.
15. Okay. So Reese and Connell, you're sort of looking at Veronia while she sulks. You both notice that these tiny little vines seem to be coming out of the tree and slowly wrapping around the box.
Mm-hmm.
Fronia, let's move away.
Fine, I didn't want the chest anyway.
Are they actively moving?
Just slowly wrapping around the chest. And as you all look at the chest now, you see that they seem to envelop it around, and a big one comes over the top and shuts the lid. And then starts to pull the chest back into the ground.
That's creepy.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say let's walk away and forget about that.
That's not
Nice,
normal
that's
this
the first time I've
forest, right?
seen it.
Not normal,
And
right?
perfect timing. Pixie, thank you for nominating Veronia for a spin of the wheel.
Oh, shit.
So let's do that right now. Do. Veronia, for today's session, you... Oops, all intelligence.
Hey.
So
I'm smart.
you're smart. So smart. So I will go ahead and amend your intelligence score for today is 20.
Yay.
So have fun
In
with
that case, to answer Connell's question, it's almost like I have embodied Bob.
Yeah. Well, you see.
You see, there's a lot of things that live in this forest, and I may have seen that once or twice. Some weird things, but you get used to it when you live here.
Okay.
Yes, don't stand on the mushrooms.
Excuse me. You hear this voice coming from the tree.
You right, pal?
If you wouldn't be so kind, could you fill the hole back in for the chest?
You know I put this in the hole, right? There's nothing in it. Did anyone come by and open it up before me?
No,
Uh,
but it's mine, and I'd like to keep it.
hey, I found it.
And you gave it to me.
Didn't?
You did.
Put
It
there
was
for
very.
safekeeping.
It was the kindest thing that's ever happened to me.
You're a strange tree.
Are you the
Okay.
Hucklefuck who speaks for the trees?
No, I'm sorry. My name is Morgan Treeman.
No.
Oh my
I had a feeling with that
I wrote it in
voice.
the chat before you could say it.
That's an NPC that I wanted for campaign 2 and never got to use.
My man.
All right, pal. Well, yeah. All right, Mr. Treeman. I will, Then she just starts to just like shoveling it. Good thing
Like,
I've
as you
got
do, like, these little vines come out and try to help you.
a
Just
litter
like,
tray.
oh, God, yeah. Just like, oh. That's a bit too much help. Thank you.
Sorry, it's I've got a bit excited, but yeah. Is that okay? Is that all right?
I think so, yes.
Oh, all right.
Could you read us a story? You have such a nice voice.
Well, I suppose I could. I don't really know any stories.
How did a tree like you become awakened?
I could tell you that story, of course. Once upon a time, I woke up. That's as much as I know.
Was that before or after I gave you the chest?
Oh no, it was a long time before that.
Did you see everything that happens in the forest?
I see some things around me.
Do you happen to know how far away we are from my house?
How would he know where your house?
I do not know where your house is.
I don't know. I thought maybe with all his viney stuff and root systems and all that jazz, I thought that they could speak to other trees.
Oh no, I don't have any friends.
Wait. I'll be your pal.
Hey, Mr. Treeman.
Hello.
You're a loving creature, right?
Well, I like to think so. I've not had the opportunity to love someone.
Oh,
Would you
I
like
wasn't
a
going
hug?
that.
Sorry, what did you say, dear?
Would you like a hug?
What is a hug?
She's gonna walk up and hug
you're-
that tree.
Oh,
I was going to do the same.
oh my. Oh my. You see the leaves start to flutter a little bit. Well, this might be the most beautiful day that I've ever had.
So here's my
That's
follow-up
something
question,
friends
Mr.
do for
Treeman.
each other.
So you're a living creature, Mr. Freeman, correct?
Oh, I'm alive.
Do you poop?
What's poop? It sounds exotic.
Maybe not.
You don't want to know what chaotic thought was in my head just then. For your poops. Nope.
I mean, I would expect it.
Do you mind if we leave?
Make
Yes,
like
I
a
would like to
tree.
go.
You want my leaves?
Okay, goodbye. Can I walk away?
Well,
he's
You made 2 more friends today.
That's
Mr. Treatments.
That's 2 more than I've ever had. I shall always remember the day that Morgan Treeman made his first friends. Thank
Oh.
you for taking the
Good
time
day,
out
sir.
to speak to this old
w-
tree.
Mr. Treeman, we're making our way to Estiland. Are we on the right track?
I don't know. I apologize. I only know the area that I can see, which is about 60 feet in every direction from here.
That's really specific. We're just gonna go. See you later, Mr. Treeman. Have a nice
Good day,
evening.
sir.
Enjoy the chest.
Be safe, friends. You see one of the branches starts to wave.
No.
And with that, I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and just have like a whole bunch of flowers come out as if like to kind of go. There you go, pal.
The leaves start shaking in response. And
Fucking adorable.
you continue on.
So talking
there-
trees, guys. Talking trees.
Different.
Who had that on their bingo card? Not me.
Mm-mm.
That was
So,
weird.
like, is this stuff normal for Rhódania? Like talking trees?
Explain a few things. There's been a few times where I've been walking through this forest and I thought I'd heard voices. But I just assumed it was me.
What
And
would
I
they
like to
say?
talk to myself. I once had someone compliment me on my rags, like my old cloak. And then another one told me to shut up because they were trying to sleep. Oh. Again,
You
it could have just
mentioned-
been me.
You mentioned something about not stepping on the mushrooms. Is this a byproduct of stepping on mushrooms? Maybe the spores like did some of the tree?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go find a mushroom and step on it.
Do it!
Okay. Easy enough.
Curiouser and
Easy enough to
curiouser.
do.
Curiosity killed the cat, as they say.
Okay. You find a bunch of mushrooms and stomp on them.
What is wrong with you?
You said don't.
Yeah, don't do it!
Why?
Because it's not nice. And also, one time I stood in one and it... Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
You stood in a mushroom? How do you stand within a mushroom?
It was big, but then also, like, when I did stand in it, I kind of woke up a couple of days later. Don't remember much.
Might be time for that shot of Wild and the Mild.
Gonna
Aye, if you want, yeah.
jump and
Yeah.
bounce on all the mushrooms for like another minute and see if
Special
anything.
shit.
I'll still
Also,
take the shot.
another reason you shouldn't stand in the mushrooms, because it's fucking food.
Not all mushrooms are food.
The mushrooms I've eaten have been fine.
Okay, all things are edible. Most things are edible only once.
So,
Wait, what?
so
You're the one
while
with the high intelligence score.
so while
I give you smart but not wise, mate.
I finally
Yes.
heard it. Seth.
so while Reese is stomping on mushrooms like Super Mario, Frike is taking a drink of Mild and Wild, a combination of the mild brew, which has no side effects, and the wild brew that absolutely does.
It's kind of like a liquid version of surf and turf.
Mm.
Things that shouldn't go together.
Hair of the
Remind
dog.
remind me, Frike. Are you a multiclass or are you just monk?
I'm just monk right now.
Okay, that's fine. Give me a D100, pretty please.
Do we have any other multi-class? I thought it was just me.
No,
This is you.
29.
29.
You asked this upon yourself, right?
Oh, I like this. Okay.
She becomes a mushroom.
It tastes really good, and you feel this, like, interesting feeling inside your body. Pick one of the group that you really would like to wink at.
Not even a question? Connell.
Okay. So as you look towards Connell and you give him a cheeky little wink, Connell, you feel your body tense up. A familiar feeling that you've had before, taking you back to your training session on the deck of the ship. As Feronia's wink is also a stunning strike. So give me a Constitution saving throw.
My way.
I was being like,
Frank's wink.
Feronia's wink?
23.
23. So you took this stunning strike before and it got the best of you. Not this time. And you shrug off the effect.
Ooh. Ooh, that was weird. What was that?
Don't know.
Having breakfast?
I mean, it's almost nighttime, so
Nighttime.
All that one. It looks done.
I quote that every day of my life.
Yep.
Alan!
I
Alan!
I cannot talk to an Alan without being all Alan! Alan!
I worked with an Alan, and he fucking hated me after being like, Alan! Steve!
Oh my god, I just realized I work with two best friends and they're called Alan and Steve. Oh my
There you go.
god, I just realized that.
Real life law drop there.
Oh my god.
So, continuing on for the rest of the evening, remains fairly uneventful. You find a good spot to set up a camp for the night as the night begins to draw in. You get things together and you set up a lovely little campfire.
Does anyone know any games?
No. I mean, I usually just used to play games with myself, but I would never win.
Oh, I have a game. It's a little bit more active.
Please don't be
You got
stomping
magic.
the mushrooms.
No, it's
Not
called
that
Owl,
game.
Owl Bear.
Okay.
So we sit in a circle. One person is it. They tap around going owl, 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 owl. And then suddenly, they'll choose bear. And that person that's bear has to get up and run around the circle and chase a person until they tag. And then that person is the bear, and then they do owl, owl, owl. Anyway.
Ah.
I'll give it a go.
I'm done.
Okay. I'm not first. Nose goes.
I'll go first.
Haha, you lost anyway.
Frank's the bear first.
Okay, here, ground rules. We aren't allowed to use our superpowers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
That's not fun.
You had this plan, didn't you? You're gonna dodge the fuck out of it, aren't you?
Who, me?
Oh,
Mm.
I mean, I can
Right.
turn into a giant, guys. It's not fair.
You can go big too. Not very big though.
I can just run really fast.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm
are we
ready to
ready?
go. And like, Fern's gonna plop herself down.
All right. She'll have Owl on Feronia.
Okay. Owl.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh wait, it's Owl, and then Bear on Feronia.
It's owl, 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 and then when you pick someone, it's owl bear. I think.
It's like Duck Duck Goose,
Pick-
but Owl
Yeah.
Owl Bear.
Pick Feronia.
Okay, so you go around.
I'll even do an bear, eh?
So you go around owl, owl, owl. You get to Feronia. Maybe like the second time round, third time round.
Mm-hmm.
Owl bear. And you immediately start running. Feronia gets up, starts running after. Let's have a roll off. Let's play rollies. Let's see who wins. Who gets back to the spot first? In fact, no. We'll make it. We'll make it an athletics check.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, cool.
10.
23.
23.
God.
I've
So
got little legs, so.
as Feronia gives chase, you get like maybe 2/3 of the way around the circle, and you look, and Frike's already sat down in the spot.
Okay.
Fucking monks, man.
So Feronia, it's your turn.
Right, okay. Ow, 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 ow. I'm just gonna keep going around saying owl
Uh-huh.
until I land on Connell.
Okay.
Connell's going to chase you on all fours like a bear, because that's how he thinks the game should be played.
I'm fucking terrified at this, by the way.
All right. Let's have those
Oh, yeah,
athletics
he's all-
checks.
He's all. He,
Dirty fucking 20!
A dirty 20.
can you see that? Can you see that? That's a
Yeah,
natural
nat
one.
20.
A natural one.
Oh,
So Feronia pounces with her feline agility. You go forward to go on all fours to take off, immediately face plant in the ground, somersaulting and landing. And by the time you get yourself back up, Feronia's already sat down.
Oh my god!
is that how Owl Bears talk?
Wow. We're learning a lot tonight. And just in time for your turn, Connell, you have inspiration from Grim.
Thank you, Grim, but I think in a game of Duck Duck Goose, it's not the time for inspiration. So Connell is gonna go aisle, and tap Reese on the back and say, "Bear!" And Connell's just gonna like run off in a different direction from the actual spot.
Okay.
Oh no. You don't go running into the
Where are you
forest, do you?
Catch me if you can, Catman!
You're supposed to get in this.
Catman.
So Connell takes off.
Now, do I go chase Connell?
Hi, Connell.
Well, this is the
no,
question. What do you want to do? As Connell runs off into the forest.
I'm not running off on my I'm like running like, aha, you can't catch me! Like, I'm staying in the vicinity.
Oh, like you're playing tag sort of thing.
Yeah.
Playing tig.
Okay.
Oh, we're playing. We're changing the game. Okay.
Because I was that kid.
Shit.
Tag, you're it. You can't catch me. Ha ha ha. 11.
Westfield.
11.
I got an 8.
Oh,
So-
shit.
Putting those claws to good use. A surprising amount of speed from Reese as Reese catches you.
Pounce on his back.
And I can imagine Connell like face pods, and he's like, as he's running, he's like, ha 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 ha. Oh.
kid. That is what Rhódania mutters, actually. Stupid kid.
Oh man,
This-
is it my turn again?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go run back and sit back in my spot.
Yep.
Alright, Connell's just gonna like full on like sprint, and he's just like pointing at Frank, being like, "You're the bear this time!" And he's just gonna like run, they kind of like, he's almost doing like a big leap to kind of like tap her and kind of like roll out of the way to start running again.
Connell is
Okay.
such a little shit, man.
This is me.
Jason.
So back to method
okay,
acting
that's
again.
a lot better. That is dirty 20.
Of course, it'd be dirty 20 with Frike.
12.
She falls on you. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh,
we should kiss.
I mean,
No, Connell is oblivious to this shit. Connell is like, she can't catch me, and then like he's doing that thing where like he's like running laps around her intentionally, be like, oh, there's a tree, Just
tries laughing at him whenever he passes in front of her.
okay. And with that, the games continue later into the night, and eventually,
Connell's a point of exhaustion.
I'm tempted. And eventually, the campfire is burning out the last of its embers. You get ready to bunk down for the night's sleep. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and when we come back, we'll find out how the night goes. So do stick around. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes tops. So we'll see you then. And welcome back, dear friends, to the Rhódania Chronicles right here on QuestJunkiesUK. We are picking straight back up as the group has played lots of owlbear shenanigans, which is duck duck goose for if you didn't get that reference. Which, you know, I'm quite glad we managed to figure that out on the fly, how that works in D&D mechanics. So yeah, very fun. Would recommend. But we rejoin our friends as they prepare to settle down for the night. So, my first question. Can I have 2 volunteers to take watch? Okay, first hands up were Reese and Frike. So who would like to take first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Hey, Pat, I've just realised we're the two who had the shit death saves. We die in our sleep.
No, absolutely not. Not on the healer's clock.
Connell never dies. Connell never dies.
He just changes forms.
Bold of you to assume so. Okay.
He just changed fonts.
He changes. Yeah, he becomes the sans serif instead.
Keep talking like that and I'll make you Comic Sans.
Fuck you!
Connell said.
Connell Sans.
Papyrus.
Wingdings.
If anyone was wingdings, it's Rhódania.
Yes.
No, that's Brim. Brim's wingdings.
Oh god.
No.
I think Frike is Papyrus.
Rhoda's
Oh.
Helvetica. It's like classy as shit, man.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
What am I rolling?
So, as everyone settles in for the night, Reese, roll me a d20.
Sorry, I blipped. What?
Just roll me a d20.
14.
14. Okay. In fact, we'll make it a perception check. What? Add your perception to that.
Okay, perception. Are you sure? Because that's a 19.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. It should be a perception check, realistically. Okay, so the first part of this watch is uneventful. It's peaceful. This is quite a peaceful forest. As your video feed has frozen.
Yeah.
There you go. You're back. Yeah. Your watch goes by uneventful. It's very peaceful. It's probably the first time in a little bit on this journey that you've really felt a chance to relax, especially after the fun with your friends earlier in the night. And eventually it's time to wake Frike for her to take her watch.
Freak, your watch.
Got it.
I'll go curl up next to Feronia.
Fiona gives out a very large snore.
Okay.
16 on my perception.
16, okay. So for the next few hours on your watch, it remains uneventful, peaceful. And as with the previous watch, it is the first proper time you've had to relax, and you look around at your friends and resting peacefully, Feronia snoring loudly. What's going through Frike's mind as she looks around at this scene, this very peaceful, relaxing scene?
Maybe one too many ideas in her mind, but she's noticing how even when she has racing thoughts, those seem to kind of calm themselves eventually. And oh, I'm silly. Real quick, I'm gonna message you something.
Okay. Let me have a look. Okay, interesting. Go ahead.
So, word counter. Taking out the sending stone, thinking on it for a moment, she's going to use it. Just quickly typing it out into a word counter.
Who are you sending this message to?
Attempting to send it to Eamon.
Interesting. Okay. So the stone, it feels very smooth in your hand, but feels like it's got a lot of weight, and that's probably an emotional weight for what you're attempting to do. But there's the faintest of blue lights emanating from it as it activates, as you attempt to reach out with this message. So, what do you say?
Okay, not quite 25 words.
You don't have to use them all. I know that is the Laura Bailey rule, but it's not essential. If you need to fill it, just add your pooping.
Eamon, if you endure, find me in Zindanard. I have been traveling through Rhódania. Traveling with friends. Wish you were here. Sincerely, Frike.
Okay. So there's a pause. A moment. You're not sure if it's seconds or if it's minutes, hours. The anxiety creeping in, waiting for this response that seems to take forever. And just as you're about to put the stone down, a voice creeps into your head, a familiar voice. It just says one word. Frike? And that's it.
Interesting. The stone has one charge, right?
It does.
Okay. She'll put the stone back in her pocket.
And how does Frike feel hearing that voice for the first time in a long time?
She's gonna be thinking about that one until she goes to sleep and probably when she wakes up.
Okay. Well, luckily, the remainder of your watch goes by uneventful.
Okay.
And eventually, morning comes. Everyone takes the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
And you wake, and it is yet another beautiful sunny morning. Frony is sleeping in.
Well,
The
at
day
least
is
she's
yours.
not snoring.
Yes, she has
Connell's gonna
stopped snoring.
Connell's gonna make his way to a river or watering spot to fetch a fresh pail of water for his homies.
Easily done.
Is this our first campfire
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, it
session?
is.
we're actually playing D&D now, guys.
22 episodes, and this is our first one. Jeez.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, lots happened in 22 sessions.
Yeah, like session one was just like, here's a free plane ticket.
Pretty much. So the day is yours.
Oof. So, how did everybody sleep? How was the watch?
Peaceful.
It was kind of boring. Oh, there she is.
Sorry, I was having the best dream, or rather, it turned a wee bit into a nightmare, but I thought I'd have a wee bit of a lie-in, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were a lion?
There. Well, in the dream, yes.
Ooh, fun.
Did you guys sleep?
Fine. It was kind of a boring night.
I will relight the campfire with prestidigitation.
Instantly lights back up.
Start taking out some rations and start cooking breakfast.
For those of you at home, Pat is sending disgusting gifs in our private private chat server.
Why?
It's.
It's the kind of stuff which would absolutely get us demonetized, so.
Rhódania had to use the
Hey,
Caitlin litter tray, basically.
So guys, I've got a really funny joke if you want to laugh for real.
No.
No.
Oh god.
No.
Fine, fellas. Do it. Get it over with.
What did the ocean say to the beach?
What?
Nothing. It just waved.
Right to jail.
I'm gonna roll 3 points of
Rhódania finds that
psychic
hilarious.
damage to the DM for having to hear
Psychic.
that joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that's my favorite joke. Fuck off.
Yours or Connell's?
Bit both.
Yes.
The line's so thin at this point.
All right. So the day is yours. How do you wish to proceed?
Well, after breakfast and everything, unless there's RP, suppose we should get on our way.
Well, yeah. So this is where you and Frike met, or this is where you guys were traveling to get to
Marinwood?
place? Orland? Yep.
Yeah, we were traveling this road, I think.
Near
Mhm.
enough.
So how did you two meet? And this conversation can happen as we're moving.
Hmm.
Well, I was up north. Let me look at the map. But I was up north. Somewhere. And we just kind of bumped into each other. Why can't I?
I was in the jungle before I met Reese.
Where's the jungle? Oh. I see the jungle.
I should really prepare the map on screen so that everyone else can look at it as well.
Mm.
I'll think of that for next session.
Think as in Kythern?
Cathern.
Because I had just left Galea and traveled northward to begin my travels of Rhódania.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of forgot how we met, but I bumped into Frake. And then we just...
And how did you... And how did you get to Rhódania, Frank? Like, since you're from the Shadowfell.
I was banished and I left. And where I merged, I met someone that talked about Rhódania a great deal. And it seemed like a fine place to travel to, but when he and I traveled here together, we got separated. So I was on my own for the first year.
What's the name of the person you lost?
Eamon?
I don't know an Eamon.
I had no idea what happened to him, but it's been so long. But I used my sending stone to try and contact him, and I did get a response.
Oh, so he's somewhere?
Somewhere, he's alive. My brother told me that before, but I wanted to be sure. And now I am.
And what does Eamon look like so we know what to look for?
That's a really good question. He's around, she describes someone to the effect of 6'2" human male with short curly blonde hair, and she'd have a hard time describing like someone with a prominent jawline, but essentially like a strong chin.
Noted. And how about you, Reese? Like, you're not exactly from Rhódania either, are you?
No.
And Galea? How far is that away from here?
Oh, it's definitely a boat ride away.
Do you miss your home?
Yes and no. I miss some of the people, I miss my family, but I don't know, after being cooped up there for 2,000 years.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 2,000 years.
You're looking good for being that old.
I'm not that old, but thank you.
Oh. Awkward.
No. Have you guys heard of Galea?
Just from you, really.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's a great travesty a very long time ago, and one of the goddesses or gods took pity on us and basically put an impenetrable barrier around the Isle of Galea to protect us. But in keeping things out, it also kept us in. So up until the reconvergence, we couldn't leave.
Oh, that's
Sounds like a
terrible.
prison.
Some people has equated it to that, yeah. So when the reconvergence happened and the barrier fell down, I wanted to see the rest of the world that I've only heard in stories. So I left.
Fair enough. I'd probably do the same as well.
Yeah. It's not that I don't miss home, but I just like exploring and seeing the world and making my own stories.
Yeah, you're discovering who you are without being at home. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I never thought I would pledge my allegiance to a goddess, but here we are.
Stranger things have happened.
Was that a tough decision for you to take up a new goddess after an old one kind of trapped you?
Well, she's not a new goddess. Like the clan that I come from, we revere the moon in many aspects, especially in aspects of being able to hide oneself for protection, but also just like the beauty of the moon and shedding light in the darkness and being a candle in or being a flame in the dark. I just never thought myself to have such a friendship. Like that before? I don't know. Ceremonies and religious events weren't really my thing when I was growing up.
Still sounds
You were
nice though.
amazing with Queen Amriel. you handled yourself very amicably as a representative of your goddess.
Oh, thank you. I can only imagine what it felt like to be trapped like that for so long.
Yes, look, a dog.
Like you go.
Key.
Yeah, I couldn't have imagined being trapped like that in anguish for so long.
You
There's
helped
no
her
reason to
find her
strike her.
peace.
Yeah. There's no reason to strike her if I could help her.
Hmm.
So while this conversation's happening, can someone roll me a d20?
I will. Oh, ladies first.
It's a 3.
3. Please roll me a d100.
Oh.
Okay.
We are in the wild magic forest after all, pretty much.
30.
A 30. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, cool. Please continue.
But you guys were incredible too during that battle. I wouldn't have been able to do it if she wasn't distracted in some way, and Connell, she was in you.
Yeah.
Was that
That
whilst
happened.
I was a cucumber? Fish.
I think
I-
so.
I'm so proud that you didn't strike.
Oh my god, it was so hard. I mean, I thought if I could at least like be a somewhat shield for you, great. But I may have ballsed it up a wee bit. But I tried. I did
Yeah.
the listen.
The details on the battle are kind of a little bit hazy for me. What was the play in you becoming a cucumber? What was the strategy there?
I briefly became a cucumber, then I just remember having really long whiskers than usual. I became a, what was it you called it? A giant catfish? Is that what you called me, Reese?
I mean, you looked like one.
I had
I'm
never
confused.
seen one of those before. It was interesting to watch.
Shit happens.
It was kind of hard to keep my composure seeing you just turn into a fish as I'm about to start the ceremony.
I guess it shows how focused you are. You should be proud of your determination and your discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want my friends to die either.
Mm.
Whether or not you were a catfish, you were still a friend.
Yeah. You
We
guys,
just threw them back and forth to each other, I'm guessing.
you guys definitely did a number on me during that fight. Ugh.
Yeah, well, if we hadn't, then
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah. And if you guys didn't, then you guys wouldn't be here, and I'd be controlled by some spooky zombie ghost.
Yeah. Well, it's like you always say. I think we had her right where we wanted her.
I definitely did.
Inside you?
Yeah. It's part of the plan.
Insight check.
Anyway,
I was waiting for it.
I almost had you too.
You can roll deception if you wish.
I am indeed. That is a flat. Oh, I get advantage in deception. Sweet. Oh no. I rolled an 8.
An 8.
I rolled an 8 on the die, but I have a +3, so
11.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Connell's totally bluffing.
yeah, you pick up on the I wouldn't say outward lies, but reinterpretation of the truth, shall we say?
He did have a plan, but it was the fact he had no plan.
Mm-hmm. Which is the best plan. That's how I DM.
Yep.
Question, guys. Is it alright if we just stop for a wee second? I was hoping that I thought in case you guys are hungry, I can make something for yous.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, I am going to cook some treats for everyone. So basically, I can cook 3 treats. So I'm gonna cook one for each of everyone else. And they last for like 8 hours after they're made. It gives you a bonus action to eat, and you end up gaining 3 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Just in case we come across anything horrible along the way. You know what we're like. I did mention about foxes earlier, and they seem to be talking trees now.
Sorry,
Might not
what
be
did I
as
get?
friendly.
3 temp hit points on what?
You
3 temporary hit points. So
yeah, you eat it on a
you can
bonus
use
action.
it on a boat. You can use it on a, yeah, you can eat it on a bonus action. I like to think that these are ginger snap biscuits,
Yes.
as mentioned earlier.
As mentioned earlier.
I mean,
It was
Connell
foretold.
uses straight away. I'm
If you
not-
want,
no.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So ginger snaps are enjoyed. The remainder of the day goes by mostly uneventful. Veronia, you're starting to recognise more and more of the area now. You reckon probably by the next day you'll be heading down the road where you lived. So you would be
Nice.
able to check on your home.
Guys, we're in my hood.
Oh,
I don't recognize it.
Oh, it's a slightly different angle from where we saw you. Remember, I kind of ran onto the main road after falling out of the tree. So it's a little bit
Oh,
more in the
yeah.
outskirts, more like to the other side that I met you. This is more like in the middle. We're nearly there. I recognize some of these like dents in the trees and rocks.
So you continue on, and as the sun sets, you're thinking about setting up camp sometime soon, and you start to hear in the distance voices.
Do I
Just
recognize these voices?
make a history check for me.
I'm gonna use inspiration. Because I rolled a 2. Okay. That will be where's history? A dirty 20 again.
Dirty 20. That's definitely better than a 2.
Yeah.
So you prick your ears up and you have a good old listen, and there's several voices. It's difficult to distinguish most of them, but one of them's definitely familiar.
All right. I'm gonna try and scuttle ahead towards the voice.
Okay. Are you wanting to be stealthy?
Guidance.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a stealth check and add a D4 of guidance.
Where's my D4?
Can Frank go with her?
Sure. Yeah.
So 14.
14. Okay.
13.
13. Okay. Let's have a look here.
Seeing the shit, just hit my microphone. It's doing like the, you know how like a cat just kind of goes.
Luckily, for the perception check that I just did for them, that was a natural 1. So, you are able to scuttle up through the bushes alongside the trees, and in the distance, you see a campfire. And sat around it is a group of 4 individuals having a quite a loud, animated conversation. The first one you see is a brown-haired halfling, big curls, quite a stocky chap, a mug in hand of some sort of beverage. Next to him there is a even stockier dwarf with bright ginger hair and a big bushy ginger beard, which goes down like most of his torso. It's a massive beard. Next to him there is, in like full plate armor, a green-scaled dragonborn, which is a very rare sight in Rhódania. And then the last person, this is the voice that you recognise. This is someone you've seen in these woods before. It is a satyr with bright pink hair. Female. Very jolly. You've met this person once or twice before on the road, and you think back, what was their name? Make a quick history check for me.
I'm just wondering what the hell a satyr is.
A satyr, Mr. Tumnus.
Sorry. History check. That is a 17.
A 17. Okay. You've had like 2 interactions with them before. Both were fairly pleasant. And it takes you a moment, but you remember her name is Forage.
Forage.
Mm-hmm.
Forage. All right.
They haven't
You know
noticed
what?
either of you.
Okay.
Go on.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna. I know that one. I think I might go say hi. Like, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Eh?
Well, what's Connell and Reese doing?
So, if you had a... so, imagine you got turned into a statue by the Ghost Lady, right? And you were pushed over. Would you rather have your arm shattered or your leg shattered?
Preferably neither, because that would hurt.
Yeah, but this is like one of those would you rather questions. Like, do you think you could go on without an arm, or do you think you could go on without a leg?
Probably an arm, because I could use my legs to run, and then have magic to cure wounds, so I could start knitting that back together.
Mm.
It's an interesting topic of conversation for Connell.
Yeah. I realized the moment I said it.
For reasons. So are you guys just waiting for them to come back, or are the other two, are you going to go back to report on what you found, or?
I'm gonna go say hi.
And if Rhódania goes, then Frank will follow.
Okay. And you two
Connell's
just
just
waiting for
having-
them?
Yeah, Connell's just having stupid lad talk with Reese.
I'll have like one ear kind of flicked back
Okay.
to listen, but yeah.
All right. So you sneakily approach this campfire.
Oh, I'm not sneaking. I'm like well out being like, Palheed, sides.
And they all sort of stop and turn around and...
Long time no see.
Who goes there? And then Forage sort of drops the handful of berries that she's got in her hand.
Well, I know you. Is it Rhódania, is it?
Hey, Forage, aye.
Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time.
She runs over to give you a hug.
I've been adventuring with these lot, you know, like, I'll tell you what, good times, good muffins. How the hell have you been?
I've been good. Look, I found these.
And she, like, just holds up a handful of beetles. It's like,
These are rather lovely. They go nice in the casserole.
Oh my god, I forgot how good your cooking is. I mean,
Well,
like,
I don't like to brag, but introduce me to your friend. Don't worry, guys. She's fine. She's a bit of a handful, but you get to know her.
this is my pal. This is Frike. She looks intimidating, but she's actually quite nice. She likes fish heads. And she can do like swipey, teleport over here, swipe things in attacking. She's a very good fighter. There are a couple of others with us, but they're kind of fucking about, doing nothing.
Oh, right.
Frike will add that, yes, if Feronia's cooking, if your cooking is anything like Feronia's, then I'm delighted to try some.
Oh, it's so good, especially, I mean, I'd rather don't touch it when she mentions anything about dung beetles. They are a little bit too rich, so...
Look, it's an acquired taste, okay? It's an acquired taste, but, you know, sometimes you have to make do.
Forage, you haven't by any chance passed my wee cabin or anything, have you? I may have left the door open, and I'm a little bit worried in case I've had any squatters. Mind you, I'm a bit of a squatter. I just found the place, so...
I haven't been that way in a little while. It's not far, though. Sorry, I haven't been that way. I've been travelling... Sorry, let me introduce...
Gestures over to the other group.
Sorry, the voice changed.
Come on. Come over, say hi.
And the halfling steps up first. All right there, my name's Terence Goodmead. Good to make your acquaintance. I'm just a humble traveller. Nothing more, nothing less. Not like these buggers. Slaps the chest of the ginger dwarf. It's like, well, you know, my name's Boffin, and I'm not from around these parts. I'm from the open area there in the mountains. That's where most dwarves come from. Well, I don't. It's too green round here. Can never be too careful. Seems a bit skittish.
Yeah, no, a lot in this forest.
And then the dragonborn steps over in his like full plate armor with a very courteous bow. I am the one known as Shellick, and it is an honor to make your acquaintance. Big.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Shelley.
It's Shellick, not Shelley.
Shelley. Oh, so do you mind if I call you Shelley?
Well, my name is Shellick. Is this a custom? And Freud is like,
it's called a nickname, love. I've tried to explain this to you before. It's fine. Call him what you want. He's too polite to be offended.
All right. Sorry, Shellick.
Frike will bow back at Shellick and go, hello, I'm Frike.
it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Would you consider joining us for a plate of stew and perhaps a beverage? And gestures to the little campfire that they've got set up.
All right, that sounds nice.
With the mention of a beverage, Ferronia is going to go right over to Forage and like, by the way, if you want to have a real drink, you know that those beers I was working on before I left?
Oh, yeah.
They are perfection now. I mean, I know you had the first few drafts, but trust me, you want to have a try of these. And if Shelley doesn't partake, I do have a tea that they can have instead.
We could just tell him it's tea.
Oh god, I forgot how fun you are sometimes. I've missed you, Forage.
No, it's been lovely to see you as well. Why don't you get your friends over as well? I mean, it's warm by the fire at least.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna go.
Connell and Reese, you hear this scream of Feronia. Connell! What do you do?
And Reese, of course.
So he's like, Frodo is in danger again. Reese, let's go.
I'm going to drop my food. I am going to use. I'm going to start dashing. How far away?
About 120 feet.
About 120 feet. Okay. Cool. I'm going to use feline agility
Mm-hmm.
and get my happy ass over there. And then when I show up, I'm going to ready guiding bolt at 3rd level.
Having that at the ready.
Have it at the ready. I'm not going to shoot it anywhere, but I have it at the ready.
All right. So you dart forward, Connell.
Yeah, Connell's trailing behind Reese. He can't move as fast, but he's keeping up.
Okay, so Feronia and Frike, as you sort of walk over to the campfire, you hear the rustling of leaves behind you, and you turn around, and suddenly Reese is approaching, hand glowing with a guiding bolt, look of determination on his face.
You heard me then. Come, take up a pew. You might want to put your hands away.
I mean, Reese, as you look, you see Feronia and Reese with this bright pink-haired satyr, like that's dressed in like what looks like in a dress of leaves, and 3 other people behind her that look like they're like preparing stuff as well, because they all of a sudden hear someone rushing towards them with a glowing hand. So it's kind of a bit of a standoff at the minute.
They've offered us food and drink. It's
And fun.
Who are they?
Kids.
Feronia is friends with Forage, points out later.
So,
Hello, friends.
Forage, you'll like him. You'll like them.
I already do.
Mm.
Okay. I left my food over there.
It's fine, there's plenty of food here. It's okay, it's all good. It's all good in the woods.
Okay.
Jew.
Just like go sit down. Awkwardly.
okay. So
Connell
you
kind
all,
of Connell hacks his way through like the bush and the hedges until he's like emerging through, and he's like, "All right, what's going on? Everybody okay? Everybody still alive?"
Party's going on is what it is. Come, have some grub.
Yeah, we've just made some new friends.
Oh. Hi. My name's Connell.
Shellick, the Dragonborn, approaches Connell. And Connell, you see this green scale Dragonborn in full plate armor that's gleamingly clean. On his back, a quite massive great sword. Sort of walks right up to you and stands at a good 6 feet tall. And gets pretty close to you and looks you up and down. I take it you're the shield of your group. Hmm?
Yep, that's me. That's my role. That's who I am.
Hmm. They're well protected, I assume. I am
Oh, yeah,
Shellick.
Nothing gets past me.
It is a pleasure to make a warrior's acquaintance. He holds his hand out, for like the bro shake.
Yep. No, fuck that. We do the predator. You son
You
of a
son of a bitch. Yeah,
God.
cool. Yeah. It's like, come, join the campfire.
Shellick, was it?
Yes.
Ellie.
I do not understand this. What is Shelley?
It's a nickname.
But then I am Shelley.
So Shellick, what's been the biggest monster that you've fought on your adventure?
I'd say the biggest monster that Shellick has faced in battle and survived and prevailed over was his own shame.
Oh.
And then, like, Terence leans over to you. He's like, "A bit dramatic, this one. He means well, and he's fucking good in a fight, but it's a bit emo."
Poor Shelley.
Well, we fought against the Shadow Princess in a different dimension, if that's a consolation to you.
Tell me of this event. It sounds glorious.
She kind of danced within the shadows. She had like this big ominous plume of shadow emitting from her. Quite the fight.
It was indeed.
Yes, sounds like quite an ordeal. I too have had my fair share of ordeals, being from this cursed race in these lands.
Oh.
Ew,
It was dramatic.
mhm.
I don't understand why people say dramatic. I am not an actor. Drama does not come into it.
Although he is like although he is like fishing for likes, Connell is kind of feeling a little bit like sad about his comment about this race thing he just said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can totally relate with that.
There are no worse burdens than the ones we carry on our own backs. They are the ultimate fights that warriors face. And then he's interrupted as Bofin leans in and is like, "So, tell me, what, there was talk of beverages? You got any good stuff?"
Oh, I've got the best stuff.
Oh no.
It may not be something serious, but it's certainly something good. Feronia's Wild Brew at your service. She kind of pulls out a bottle and just kind of does like a little curtsy bow thing. I would recommend taking it in shots because having a chug of it can have some adverse effects. More than
It's true.
taking the shot.
The three of them just look at Terence, who's like, "There's no brew that's beaten Terence yet."
Right then, pal.
Right.
Give it a go.
Oh boy.
Takes the bottle. Oh, as you watch.
Thumbs up.
And he chugs the bottle. So,
What happens
many
if you
D100s
chug the
you have to-
bottle?
so,
D100s?
An entire bottle?
so what I'm gonna say in this instance is, let's have a look here. I'm gonna ask for a D100 roll from each of you.
Knew it.
Oh.
Fucking knew it. You brought this on yourself.
51.
60.
51, 60,
46.
46,
62.
62. Okay. Let me just read up what these options are. So, 51. Okay. So, the first one won't really affect anything, unfortunately. So that's fine. Same for the second one. Okay.
What are they that you get? I'm curious.
Let me just read them all first.
Okay.
Third one. Okay, I'm going to ask everyone to re-roll because all four of them would not even come into effect.
Oh, wow.
I guess he did beat the wild brew, eh?
He is good.
61.
I'm so upset. I got 68.
59.
49.
49. Okay, this might be a bit better. Let's have a look. So, 61. Okay, 61 might be fun. 68. Okay, 68. This is better. This is better. 59. Oh, okay, interesting. And then 49. Okay, cool. All right, so he puts the bottle down. As good as that.
Right there, pal.
Bit of acid reflux. Feels good though.
Okay.
And then
Rhódania takes her notebook out.
he looks around at
Starts
you
scribbling.
all, and then he points at Feronia. You want to dance? And he just starts dancing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And as they both start dancing, I'd like everyone to make a charisma saving throw, apart from Feronia. To the rest of you, make a charisma saving throw.
15.
15, a 2.
Oh.
That's a 15 as well.
Okay, so this affected the rest of the group as well, his friends. And out of all of them, one rolled an 18 and the other two rolled natural 20s. So that's the best I've ever rolled. So you feel this like influence come over you for a split second, but then you shake it off. Apart from Connell. In your head, you start to hear this beat, and it's just like one of the many beats of the Boweron that you've had growing up in your head over the years. It's intoxicating. You can't help yourself, and you get up and you start dancing. And you're all having this merry jig, which lasts for 10 minutes.
Frank would join in anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun. And while it's happening, Feronia, because you caused this, can you roll me a d8? Roll me a d8, please.
Because I caused this. That's my D4s. Wait a minute. D8, you say?
Yes.
Oh, righty shitey. 5.
5. Okay. So, you see, while he's dancing, he walks up to Shellick. He's like, Shellick, come here. Shellick bends down, and he whispers something in Shellick's ear, and then Shellick clutches his stomach, and he's like, oh, I am fatigued. What is this? And he sits down, as for the next minute, Shellick is poisoned.
Yeah.
With this whisper.
No.
Oh no. You fucking
And
spiked
then-
him?
Well, seeing this, then Forage goes up to Terence. Terence, I think that was very rude, and I think you need to stop. And slaps him across the face. And as she does, a spark of energy comes off his face, hits the hand, and you see she goes, oh,
Terence, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Please forgive me. You're looking rather lovely tonight.
Oh no.
as she is forced to immediately apologise and is now charmed by him for the next minute. What immediately happens then, from the last roll, the damage part doesn't matter because this was a slap. It doesn't cause any damage. But after being slapped, he suddenly teleports 5 feet away.
Is he
At which-
still dancing at this
At
point?
which point he stops
Poor
dancing
Bridget.
and is like, I think I'm going to have a lie down.
I told you to take just shots. Dwarves are too arrogant.
And Forage is like,
Oh, don't worry. You can come rest with me. Here, have my blanket as a pillow. I'll look after you.
and like after a minute, it's like,
Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, get away, you dirty git.
Would anyone else like a drink?
I'm good.
Oh, mind you, you're a bit of my guinea pig before, weren't you? You had all the taster ones. Yeah, you had the brunt of it.
Yeah, my voice didn't always sound like this.
No. And you were a little bit taller
Frank,
before as well.
While dancing, Frank would lean into Connell's ear and go, "Dinner and a show."
Boffin sort of says, well, I think we're probably going to turn in for the night. I mean, you're welcome to share the campfire. I mean, I don't know if you guys mind taking watch. I need to look after these guys, I think.
That's fine. Can I just have an extra bowl of beetle stew, though, please, before we do that?
And Forage's like,
Of course you can. Here you go, love. Here you go. I prepared this one especially. No dung beetles, I promise.
Thank you.
I'm gonna roll insight on that bitch.
make an insight check.
19.
19. You've met her before. You know what she's like. She's fucking with you.
Mm-hmm. Wait, there are dung beetles or there aren't?
No, she's deliberately trying
Okay.
to make you think that she might have snuck some in there.
With that, I just kind of go, ah!
You stupid silly bitch. I've missed you so much. I'm gonna give her like a scruff and a cuddle. Just like, also, I've missed your cooking, and just kind of like starts like shoveling it in.
Right, well, we'll catch up in the morning then.
Sounds good to me, pal.
Right, good night.
And you see as she gets
Night.
ready to get to sleep, instead of rolling out a mat, she uses druidcraft and creates a bed of flowers for her to sleep on.
Cute.
Nice.
So,
That's an idea.
as we reach the nighttime, anything else before we take our nighttime watch?
I assume we go back to our own camp.
I mean,
I'm going back to our camp because my shit's over there. Is there
Staying
anything wrong
here.
with the camp?
I'm staying here so I can keep an eye on them. Protect.
They're only in there
Frank will
to-
stay with Rhódania.
Is Reese going back by himself?
Yes, he is.
You can wait while you bring your shit over.
As long as there's still shit to bring over.
well, it's not far away, so it only takes you a couple of minutes to get over there, and stuff is still there.
Fire's still going? Did we have a fire going? Did we? We probably had a fire going.
I don't think you did at that point, no.
No.
No. Okay.
I can help you bring the stuff over if you like. I did kind of scare you into thinking that unintentionally that we were in trouble. Unless
Wait,
you'd like
did
some
you follow
privacy
me?
tonight.
Did you follow me back to our camp?
I'm just gonna like,
She's on your back.
hi.
Dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I mean, would it be rude for us to crash their camp?
Oh, it's fine. There's been so many times where Forage and I have got pissed, or just she's got pissed, or otherwise, and she's come and crashed at mine. It's fine. If anything, she owes me. For the merrier. You know what us woody people are like. We just kind of squeeze our way in. I mean, we were roommates for God knows how long.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Okay.
Come on, not taking no for an answer. Come on, pal.
Now I want to say no. But I won't. Fine.
Good. Okay. I'll help bring your stuff over.
It's kind of like, I like to think that if there's a bedroll, it's probably starting to like unravel out as behind me as I'm trying to carry it. It's a little bit bigger
Reese.
than my little arms can carry.
Reese, you have a round of inspiration from our dear friend Aelin, aka Sneaky Rogue Thief.
Oh.
Specifically for the vine.
For the vine.
You did it for the vine.
Did it for the vine. Okay, I will set out my bedroll, like a little bit a ways.
Okay. So, 2 volunteers to take the night watch.
Connell's doing first watch, if that is okay.
Okay, so Connell first,
No.
then Feronia.
It's only fair.
All right. So, first roll from Connell.
So, perception check, yep.
Yes.
I get advantage of perception, thank God. And that's a lot better. That is 18.
18. Okay. With 18, your watch goes by relatively uneventful. You spend quite a bit of it just trying to suss out these people at this camp. You feel fairly confident that they don't pose a threat to you guys. They look fairly powerful in their own right, like a good group of adventurers. But you don't see anything threatening in them. And yeah, surroundings remain clear and calm. Peaceful night. You see in the gaps in the trees that all the stars are out, the moon shining very brightly. fairly uneventful until it's time to change over with Rhódania.
Bedtime,
I'm
pal.
also gonna stomp over and be like, "Yep, I'm turning in." Yeah.
Night.
Okay. Perception check, please.
That'll be an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For the 4 hours or so that remains in your watch, nothing out of the ordinary catches your attention. You are focused back and forth on your friends, and Forage, who you've not seen for some time, she doesn't look a day older than she did before. When you think back to the times, the memories that you had with her before, and thinking about potentially being back in your little home for the first time in a while. Mixed emotions, we'll say. But the night comes to a close, uneventful, as you all sleep through until morning comes. But that's for next session. However, before we wrap up tonight, a little post-credit scene. As our camera pulls away from this scene in the Huckle Branch Forest, the Hucklefuck, whatever you want to call it. And zooms over in the dead of early hours of the morning. The birds have just started chirping. The sun's on the verge of rising. We see this vast cityscape, evoking imagery of, I guess the real world equivalent would be like Turkish in design. The streets are quite full of people setting up market stalls and things like that. And we follow a group of 3 people in robes walking down a street, one leading, quite a big figure, 2 behind. And they take a right down this street, just going past a sign that says, Bogum's Bookkeeps, finest in all of Zundanag. As they turn and go down this alleyway, down the side of the shop. They walk down further and further until it meets a dead end. Then they turn round. They make sure no one's looking. And then they turn into each other. Now, you said this was the meeting point, yes? One of the smaller figures. Like, yes, that is what he said. He said he would be here. And that what was it he said? If we fuck with him, then he will make sure we breathe our last breath or something? I'm not particularly sure what he said. Well, I don't believe he will come. I think it is all talk. This man, he's nothing. He's but a chump. Oh, this is nothing for us to worry about. But we will see if he delivers. The 2 figures turn round, and he sort of reaches into his robe and pulls out this small book and starts reading through it. And what he doesn't notice is that there's like a shape that rushes past And the two figures in front of him don't really react, and he puts the book away. Well, he said he'd be here by now, but I don't see him. What do you think, boys? And they don't respond. So he's like, what am I paying you for? And he sort of like pushes them on the back, and they both fall over, not moving. And blood starts to pool from their necks. It's like, what? What is this? And from a crate further down the street, a robed figure steps up, starts walking forward. The sun beginning to rise, the first rays of sunshine bouncing off the two concealed blades as he walks towards his figure. Oh, so the chump finally shows himself. You really think you're going to do this here? I know every play that you have in your little book, Atticus. This is not going to work in your favor. Believe me, this chain goes farther than you could possibly imagine. You take me down, there's 100 more people that are going to take my place. You're on your own, kid. And he goes, like, to walk past him, and this robed figure just puts a hand on his shoulder. And as he does, without even looking at him, Rule 76. The difference between a champ and a chump is you. And then blade goes directly into the throat of this large figure. Withdraws the blade. The figure collapses to the ground. Wipes it. Withdraws the blade. One down. However the fuck many more to go. Today's the day. And he darts off down the alleyway. As we wrap up tonight's session of the Rhódania Chronicles. So, a massive thank you to our dear friends at the table and in the chat at home for tuning in tonight. Glad to be back after we took the week off last week. Quite a fun session, I have to say. Like, you know, downtime sessions are good. And nice to be able to tease something new rather than, like, you know, I used to use the post-credit scenes to tease the mini-campaign and stuff and then wild mount, but now there's new things coming. And just a little sneak peek of something further down the line, which clearly one of you knows more about. So, before we wrap up and go a raiding, let's go back around the table. So please tell us who you are, plug anything you've got to plug, and give us your favourite moment from the session. So, Rhódania.
Hello, I am Mai, aka Myrt the Pirate. You can find me on all social media as Myrt the Pirate or Twitter as Myrt Pirate. I not much in the way to plug apart from, hey, I do YouTube and I stream on Twitch. Hey. My favorite moment from tonight, I love Forage. Like, I love being able to have like that little, hey, it's my pal moment. Which brings me, it just brings me joy. I love it. Like, you would be very selfish and be like, yeah, it's all about me, but no, yeah. It's nice that, you know, Rhódania had a friend during her time in the forest rather than just being completely by herself. So,
I mean, that was a roll on the encounter table. So, like, that was all cuff of the moment, and yeah, I think it worked pretty well.
I love her. She's precious.
Yeah. We must protect her at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you, Connell.
Hello, I am Patrick, aka Patton. Sometimes I draw art, but Monday nights I play Conor McGinnis, Earth Genasi, Rune Fighter. God, what a session! A lot of fun. Just really silly when you get down the core of it. Like, there was funny moments in chat, like funny moments like off camera and stuff. It just like ridiculously silly. It's what I love for. My favorite has to be the duck duck goose, the oil bear. It's just a lot of fun, just really stupid. Like, I know it makes me wonder, like, what would have happened and say, okay, don't use our powers. Like, how much more fucking batshit would that have been? But no, so that's gonna be a highlight. And of course, the post-credit scene, which was just catered for me, and I was eating it up. So yeah. Plugging things. You can find me at PadTunes on Twitter and TikTok. You can find me at Pad.Tunes on Instagram. And on the QuestJunkiesUK Discord server, you can drop your pad prompts down below or in the thing or in the doobly-doo, and I'll look at it, and I will eventually get to do it. I'm just waiting.
But most importantly, your commissions are open, are they not?
My commissions are open. I needed a pricing and stuff, but that's another thing. Procrastination is my worst enemy.
Yes, please take all available money and throw it at Pat, because it's got an adventure coming later this year that needs funding. So we shall do what we can to make sure that happens. So, yes, thank you so much. Frike.
Hello, my name is Bridget. I have been Lady of Nouns, Death Mommy. My favorite moment, definitely, yes, I'm serious, and please don't call me Shelly.
Oh, you actually picked up on it. 10 out of 10. Yes.
Not only that, but as soon as you said Greenscale Dragonborn, I wrote Reptar in the chat.
I saw that. I was like, amazing.
Hell yeah.
Ah.
If Reptar was a paladin.
Yes. Oh my god. Nothing new to plug, but in 2 sessions, it'll be my birthday on the next day.
We'll definitely be celebrating.
Yay.
Okay. And favorite moment? Did you already?
I did, Shelly.
Yes, of course. I forgot already.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Thank you. And last but never least, Reese.
Hey there, friends. My name is Wyatt. I play Reese on Monday nights. I am doing a normal voice tonight because I'm tired as fuck. What am I doing? Plugging myself. You can find me as keep on all social medias, pretty much. Let's see. I have a lot of like really awesome things happening in the next year or so. So just stay tuned for a lot of those. If you are in the United States, and particularly going to be going to Convergence at Evermore Park with Quincy's Tavern and Smoking Barrel Tavern, I will be there. So if you want to meet me and several other content creators such as Captain Marlowe, myself, Smoking Barrel Tavern, Captain Amelia? No, they're not going to be there. Anyway, moving on. A lot of other content creators are going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll see you at Convergence in Utah. Other than that, my favorite part of the evening was probably Owl Bear, just because it was like so like unhinged. It was great, and like I came up with that off the top of my head. I'm like, you know what? Yes, that was great.
All right, thank you. And I have been Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. I have been everybody else. And you can find me here all the time on Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays for the Rhódania Chronicles, Wednesdays for the Wildmount Chronicles, which started last week and continues on this Wednesday, which has since had an alarmingly high response on the VOD and in social media and stuff. And like, oh boy, that's amazing and also terrifying. But really appreciate the response we've had so far for that. That's really like very humbling. So thank you for that. things to plug. Just keep an eye on the socials. We will be announcing some stuff very soon, which I'm very excited about, but can't talk about just yet. But as I say, keep your eyes on the Discord in particular. Discord will get everything first. Favorite moment? I hate to be a broken record, but Owlbear, definitely. It was like so completely out of left field, and I was instantly like, okay, how do we make this work mechanically? It was like, all right, this is brilliant, yeah. So yes, definitely that. Right, dear friends, thank you so much. We will go and spread the love somewhere else. Let's have a look who's online. Usually it is our dear friends over at Bards of New York. Are they still streaming? Let's have a look. I mean, do you know what we could do? Because it would be funny. It would be very funny. One person that I do know, well, I don't know them personally, but that is streaming at the minute, and they only have 11 people in the stream. And it's not a live stream per se, but I kind of just want to be able to say, we're going to go raid Tommy Wiseau. Because we can. So do stick around, as Tommy Wiseau is a Twitch streamer now, apparently. So that's what we're going to do, because fuck it. So, thank you guys. All the love to you, and we hope to see you on Wednesday when we're back for the Wildmount Chronicles. Until then, be safe, be well, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.